Guys, welcome to India today. Before we begin, I have to tell you a personal trivia story. I've always grown up wanting to meet an orc. Ever since I read the books, ever since I watched the movies, never wanted to meet Tom Cruise. I never wanted to manifest meeting Angelina Jolie. I was like, I need to one day go and meet an orc and just spend some time with him and chill. And I got to do that on set in London. So I was one of the few ones from India who got to spend some time on set and watch shooting. And that was the day they had the big battle scenes happen.
Okay.
I was so stoked to watch them.
Do you remember which orc was it?
No. He did have a name though, but I don't have it right now with me. I had written it down on a piece of paper. I want to ask you guys, how was it like first time seeing an orc in flesh and blood? And what was the memory like?
Dude. Hey, they're so ugly. They are so ugly. And they do such a good job. So it looks so real. It's so wonderful. I mean, I think they're one of the most iconic, characters of like the whole franchise. It's odd because you're just talking to your friends, but because they are so well done, you can only recognize them through their voice. And seeing an orc texting is one of the best things ever.
Or having a Slurpee or a smoothie on
set.
set.
Just chilling.
I think they are actually really, really inspiring. Jed Brophy, one of the absolute best people to work with on set. They are in these suits, skin tight, sweating like so badly, so hot, and yet they always are consistently the most positive people on set. Because I feel like that's kind of what you have to do, and to be able to watch that and watch someone go through the amount of like physical torture really it is to be in those suits and to still be such a great person is really admirable.
Yeah. And to feel for them as well.
Yes.
Especially this season you have Adad, and you have in that storyline one of the orcs named Gluk, I believe it is.
Yes.
Played by Robert Strange, and you see already some of the clips where there's this being that is like so menacing and whatnot, but there's this vulnerability, and this thing behind the eyes that's just devastating. And I think that's why I love about that storyline. Even Adar, that really has made Arondir question quite a bit who the good guys are and who the bad guys are from that episode 4 season 1, where he's like, you've been told many lies. And like that's still in
that voice is going to stay with me for a bit.
But it's true. It's to me I love evil characters, villains. That's my favorite thing to play as well. So.
You know what also surprised me is that a lot of it is not just CGI. A lot of stuff that we see on the show is actual real stuff. It's tangible. You get to hold it. You get to wear it, play with it, feel it, right? How amazing and incredible is that, right? If you had to just perhaps pick something and spend some time with it, because you have so much, it's like you're like a 5-year-old child on set. You literally get swords and rings and daggers and cloaks.
Exactly.
Did you get to sort of just have fun with some prop on set? And what's your favorite?
I mean, for me, every prop that I have, I use. I have like 7,000 props. Like this, like my first day on set on season 1, it was a lot because I had a torch, I had a bow and arrow, I had a quiver with these things, and like I get to play. I had my sword, I had a dagger, and I get to use all of them. And still, 5 years later, that we've been doing the show, it still feels like playing like a kid. I still love it. It's so exciting. It's so exciting.
This might be a bit weird, but I don't know if you remember. Okay.
I'm already like...
I remember, like, I don't remember if you remember shooting this scene, but there's a scene where, in this season, where both Arondir and Theo are carrying buckets of water.
Yeah.
And we played with the movement around that, in that what, an elf is how much stronger than a human, especially like a little teenage boy. So it's like I had to pretend like these buckets was so
You have 2
heavy.
and a half, how many? Like 4?
Yeah, he's sitting there with like 8 buckets and I'm carrying 2. And I'm struggling with them. And there's a whole bit of, I do the physical aspect of struggling to dump this water, and then you just see Arondir pick it up and throw it. And I think it was such a great moment, like with just to show the difference between the physical aspects of the characters, which I feel like is something we never really dove into before. And that was a really, really fun scene.
Yeah.
Or also that scene where you find the sword beneath the wood board.
Yeah.
That's what, when I watched it, my eyes literally lit up because it's so pretty, stunning, and at the same time, you're like, damn, this could do some things.
It's a pretty cool prop. It's a very cool prop.
It was dope. I didn't get. I was asking for it for so long. Like, can I take it home? Can I take it home? I was gonna just like pocket it, yeah. But I thought, it's kind of an important thing. They'd probably notice if.
Yeah, you would have loved that prop if you liked like the orcs and stuff like that. That prop was incredible. It was incredible to like hold it. That's pretty cool.
Tell me, what's the way to dodge a spoiler question? I mean, you guys in real life, you have friends and family, and like, what do you keep a straight face, or you're like, I'm bound by rules and I cannot say it in many words. Who is Sauron? I cannot.
I just remember that my bills are paid, and that my bills are paid because I have a job, and that if I spoil the thing, then I won't have a job. So it's very easy.
As basic as that.
Yeah.
My bills are paid. I was like, I'm not gonna mess with that. Sorry, watch the show. Now, I've been in other franchises as well, and so you kind of get used to it. You get used to it quite a bit. And yeah, how did you do it? I just don't even engage.
I just spoiled an entire scene, really, kind of.
In the other.
No, like just then.
In this one.
This very interview.
Not really.
You feel like
spoil it.
Yeah, I guess
he's not great at it.
I don't blame him.
I kind of talk. I feel like I need to think more, but I kind of just yap sometimes.
Nah, man, I'm quite solid with my non-spoiler.
But what I have to say after watching the first 2 episodes is how unpredictable the writing and the characters can get. You sort of lay your money and bet on these guys to sort of walk a straight line, and then you're like, oh, okay, maybe he's not going in that line. There is a lot of self-belief and doubt and treachery, and okay, is this the correct way? Is that the wrong way? Like, even you spoke about the Orcs and that whole, what are they going through? What is going through their minds? They also have their own cause to fight and their own reason to sort of exist, right? I love how the season is touching upon all of these topics and chapters. What has been your most interesting sort of, I know without giving any spoilers, but your experience this season, something different from the first that you're like, okay, this was a lot of fun. Like, I had a lot of fun in the first. This is different feeling.
I think just working with different people was really exciting. Obviously, nothing against the people that we worked with in season 1, but just it's refreshing to be like, oh, I'm around new people who have different ideas and methods. And as a young actor, I learned so much from working with so many different people. But at the same time, also, it's just like these are new relationships that you have to dive into with your character, and that's just all really exciting.
Yeah. I think those new relationships you also see, as you say, you think you're walking a straight line under the characters, you're thinking of them in a specific way, but the combination, the permutations, and like this chemistry. So it brings something different out of each character. And this is not a spoiler, but you see that there's certain scenes between Arondir and Isildur, for example. It's like, what is that gonna be like? And I felt the same exact way. So it's very fun to what it requires and what it brings of the character and how that informs you. Yeah, without giving you any spoilers.
Absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong, true or false, because this has been floating on the internet. Did you get to jive on a Backstreet Boys song at some point of time?
Absolutely. I did a whole song and dance with a bunch of orcs, and we did a mashup between the Backstreet Boys and Taylor Swift. Season 1.
Will that ever hit the internet?
I don't know where it is. I mean, BTS has it, and I hope that at one point, because the cameras were there, and we're doing the whole thing. It's like me in the middle, and I have like orcs around me. It's one of the most brilliant, iconic pieces of modern cinema.
We would love to agree. Nobody's going to disagree on that.
You have to see it.
Yes. My final question to you is the fact that we are so invested. We've been invested in the books, in the characters, in the series now. Tolkien's writing is so relevant in all times. It's sort of transcended and crossed age barriers and language. It doesn't matter which country you come from. What do you think has been that thread that has sort of connected across race, religion, countries? Is that hope lies beyond despair, that ray of light, there is a sunshine even there in the darkest of corners and places? Do you think that has rung a bell?
It does ring a bell, but I think I'm talking before, there's no hope. You have to bring it even a little bit back, because I think, as I say, like society, we're very, very focused on individual wellness, and that's beautiful because we do have to get better to be with others. However, this whole thing of this hyper individualism is something that won't really get us anywhere. You have to understand that nothing can be achieved of greatness and sustainability and of great impact if you don't have somebody else. And like at the heart of Tolkien, every faction, every race, everyone has got to come together at any point to defeat Sauron, to get from point A to point B. The Fellowship needed everyone's talents. You know, there's Legolas could run and could see, Aragorn could fight, and you had Gimli who could just, you know, had the strength and could go into smaller spaces. So we are not anything without the other. I think that's why it resonates, and I hope that's what we keep paying attention to.
That's such a beautiful thought, because there is so much unity in diversity. Congratulations on the Rings of Power.
Thank you so
So
much.
many battles, so much fun. Can't wait for everyone to watch this. Congrats on season 2.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.